Hello, my name is Catherine Freund, and I'm the founder and executive director of ITN America, which is the first and only national nonprofit transportation network for older adults and people with special needs in the United States. We've delivered more than 1.4 million rides. Our drivers are volunteers and paid drivers, and they help people door through door and arm through arm. It's a community-based nonprofit solution. We use automobiles. We take people where they want to go, when they want to go. We built our own software for the service called ITN Rides, and it's unusual software for a couple of reasons. One is that it has a research database under it with 178 fields of data. And this helps us understand who the riders are and where they go and what they do, so we can help them. Everybody signs an informed consent, and we use the information for research and to study transportation. We also have something called a personal transportation account, which holds transportation assets in different forms. The service is community-based and community-supported, because it's not just the older adults who benefit, their adult children benefit, healthcare providers benefit, supermarkets benefit. So we have programs that allow those that benefit to help pay for the rides, and it's built right into the software so that any community that uses the software can benefit from all of the different marketing programs. I mean, we knew this was a national problem when we started working on it. So we tried to pay attention to things that could be replicated in different communities and supported by the software. So supermarkets can participate in Ride and Shop, healthcare providers can participate in Healthy Miles, or they can participate in something called Ride Services, where they can actually just pay for the ride for someone to get to the office. There's also innovative payment plans where volunteers who drive others now can store credit for that social capital, if you will, and then when they are older, someone else can drive them and they can pay with their credits. Or a family member, say living in Medicine Hat, can volunteer, and then their parent living in Nova Scotia can pull that credit out in Nova Scotia. We do this here in the US, and it works beautifully. Now we are moving to the cloud with a program called ITN Country, and that is on the Salesforce platform, which is just a wonderful, strong platform that supports human relationships. And nonprofit community-based transportation is nothing if it isn't about human relationships and people reaching out to each other and helping each other. All of our routing algorithms have been donated, and so the software is specially designed for community-based transportation and very, very affordable.
Phoenix Mobility Rising is a nonprofit organization that was started in March of 2018. Our mission is mobility solutions for the health and well-being of every person in every community. So the way we start out is we come in and we're learning. We hire a local person in the communities where we do work, someone with deep roots in the community who does know all of those special things that make the community unique and that affect the transportation landscape. We put the community members in the driver's seat. For us, it's much more about tailoring what we offer to the needs of the community. First and foremost, Phoenix is important because transportation is an underserved need. We know that all across Canada, many communities currently lack inner city and regional transportation, and rural areas have even fewer resources. When you think about transportation in a new frame, and this is how we often communicate about transportation now. Transportation is food. Transportation is medicine. Transportation is mental health. Transportation is employment. And so when you think of all the critical needs that individuals have and how intricately linked with transportation they are, and the fact that it's an underserved need, that's why Phoenix and others working in the mobility space are important. We've traveled over 270,000 miles. We've served almost 3,000 individuals and done over 21,000 trips, about half of those for medical purposes. And so you can imagine the impact is big. It's inspiring to others who want to get on this train and do the same thing. And I hope we can, see a lot of change in the mobility space. And I think we will. I think this is just the very beginning, really.
I'm Eva Siderakis from the National Foundation for the Elderly. The National Foundation for the Elderly is a charity that promotes quality of life for older adults in the Netherlands, focusing on social inclusion and active aging. The Plusbus was founded in 2006, and the core business of the Plusbus is to organize cultural and social activities for older adults that are not mobile anymore and can't go out by themselves. Everybody above 55 can use it. And also volunteers are most of the time elderly people themselves as well. What I would like to highlight is that the National Foundation for the Elderly helps mostly throughout the first year. So we purchase the bus, we help for maintenance of the bus. I would really like to stress that a lot is done locally and that we are very happy for that. A lot has been done by local volunteers, coordinators of the Plusbus. They fundraised for the next years. A bus normally on average drives around on average for like 8 years, so that's quite long, which makes it also very sustainable to invest in it for a municipality or a local organization. So a lot is done locally, and I think that's one of the strengths of the Plusbus. For example, a local supermarket can fund the Plusbus, and then the participants go together with the bus to the supermarket. It's also a whole economic part that is sustainable for the local community. It gives people a reason to go out, have a nice day, meet other people, even when they don't know a lot of people, because you can just come by yourself if you like. And it also gives a sense of meaning for older adults that are mobile but want to do something during their daily life. So they volunteer, for example. And there we spoke to people that's of a local Plusbus, and they say, like, when I go on a trip with the Plusbus, we feel like we went on a holiday. But when we come back, I'm alone and I have no one to share my stories with. So now we're actually looking at, like, how can we connect people after or in front of before the trip as well, maybe on a website or platform where they can share pictures of share their stories, connect with people. It's very nice to see that even the Plusbus is just a start. It can create more friendships and connections as well.